Hello everybody, my name is DePoalo. I'm the channel manager over here at BobCAD CAM, the software company. Most of you who participate in the threads and the forums will know who I am, and today I wanted to walk through another example with BobCAD. There's a couple of IGES files here. I'm going to take a look at this first IGES file, and typically when you get an IGES file, that's not the one I want to do. Typically when you get an IGES file from a client, that file is made up of surfaces. In this example, if I right-click my mouse button and I go to Entity Summary, it will tell you all the information that's in the file. And this file is made up of lines and arcs. There actually are no surface data, which is okay because it's a 2D part. So the first thing that I want to do is orientate the part to the first setup that I might have. So I'm going to take everything that I have here and I'm going to rotate it 180 degrees in Y. Oh, let me try that again. Rotate 180 in Y, select all, click OK, cancel. Alright, so now I have it facing the direction that I want. The next thing that I want to do is align it with, I want it to run parallel to the x-axis, so I'm going to rotate this again. This is going to be 90 degrees in Z. We'll hit select all. Okay, that looks better as far as how I'm going to hold the part. Now, from here, I mean, there's a couple of different things that I would do as far as prepping the part to be machined. I typically use my layers to sort out the geometry. So I might create a layer and call this holes, and then come in and select the holes that I might want to drill. So there's a couple of holes here. Right click, modify attributes, layer, put that on the layer called holes, and then I can turn that off or turn it on. There's also the outside of the part, so I can say OD, and then I'm going to just select through. This is located on a couple of different levels, so you know what, I'm going to just grab the bottom profile, which makes it a little bit easier. So that gives me my my OD there, and that's kind of if this was a solid, I'd be able to extract just the wireframe that I need. But in this example, I have all of these different layers, or all the different wireframe, most of which I really don't even need. So there's it's kind of this open pocket over here. So I'll create another layer. Open pocket, and I'll grab just these profiles here and then move them over to the open pocket layer, and then I'll turn that off. And then there's some slots, So again, this is just the prep side of things. It's not always necessary to do, but I find that sometimes if you take some time to just prep some of the geometry, it makes the workflow a little bit faster when you get into generating your tool path. So again, I'm just selecting and then separating out the geometry. Okay. Okay. So I'm pretty happy. I mean, I have most of the features that I want to machine on this setup, so they're all separated out on different layers. So now From here, I'm going to just run my, I'm going to get into the CAM side of the software and create a new job. So we'll do new job, milling. This is going to be a 3-axis job, and then I'll run the stock wizard. There's a couple of different stock types that I can choose from. Rectangular is just going to wrap a box around the part. And for this example, that will be just fine. I'm actually not going to add any additional stock anywhere around, though I could. Really, I just want to focus on where I want my 0 to be. A common position for the 0 would be this back corner, but you could pick anywhere you want. I'm just going to grab this back corner here, top of the part, and then I'm going to choose OK. So at this point, what I've done is I've organized some of the wireframe geometry sets. I've set up some stock, and I've set where my 0 for my part is. Okay. Some of the other things I can do is come in and pick the material that I'm running. Doing this will set like surface footage and chip load for your speed and feed calculations, but you can always adjust those as well. Alright, so now what I want to do from here is look at generating some of the different toolpath routines. So I'm going to turn off all the layers except for this OD layer here. And you know, I want to turn my stock transparency down a little bit so I can see what's going on. So this is my OD layer, and you know, of course, you know, there's different ways that you can set up and machine the part. In this case, I'm going to do 2-axis. I'm going to select this outside profile, and at the feature level, I'm going to just tell this to go to 0, and my machining strategy, I'm going to do a facing cycle. So I just want to face off the part. When I go to my tools, I can go to my tool crib. I could have preloaded a crib, or I can add tools in from the library. And I'm going to grab like a 3-inch face mill. So you can see I have my speeds and feeds calculated here. If I want to adjust those, I can adjust the speeds and feeds. Parameters, we're going to do zigzag. We're going to say off the workpiece. 50% step over. All of this is fine. We're going to 0. This is fine. We'll link with some arcs, and we'll go ahead and compute. Alright, so this is going to come in and face off the part. So from here, I'm just going to blank out this toolpath, and then I'll look at the next routine that I want to do. So let me see. I'm going to do these holes might as well. So I got these holes that are here. So we're going to do drill hole. We're going to select these holes. I did have a print that came with this part, but I don't have that open right now. I'm not sure how deep the bottom is, so I'm going to just say pick bottom, and I'll grab my OD layer, turn that on, and that will tell me how deep it is. We'll go ahead and next through this. We'll go to our machining strategy. We can center drill. I'm going to just create a hole, or spot drill and drill it, but I could add multiple cycles here just by passing over left to right, but this is fine. So we have a center drill. I'm going to let the software pick the default. We got the drill to go through. There's some parameters on the drill page here. Overall depth, so this is a through hole. This overall depth, this is you know, how the depth that's going to be posted in the code. It's adjusting for the tip angle. So this is all fine here. Happy with my center drill. We'll go ahead and compute that. Alright, so now we've drilled those 2 holes, and then I'm just going to blank out this tool path. Alright, so now let's look at this this open pocketing here. So what I have is I have like a shoulder on this edge, and I need to clear this clear this material down. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to trim this geometry. I'm going to trim this, and I'm going to trim that. Okay. And on this side here, I mean, there's side roughing. There's a bunch of different ways that you can do this, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this, this, and this, and I'm going to tell that line style to be a dotted line. And then from here, you know, I'm going to come in and do 2-axis, and we'll select our boundaries here. So now we have our boundaries. We're going to pick our depth. We'll click where this is at. We'll go ahead and go to our pocketing. So we're going to do pocketing And we can do a pocket rough, pocket out the material, and then a profile finish to come back and finish it. You know, we'll pick which tool we want. I mean, you can go to the library and pick your tool, or you can come in here and just type in your tool size. So, you know, either way, you can set up what size tool you want to use. For an open pocket, I just choose advanced pocketing. Give it my step over and my parameters. All of this looks pretty good. This all looks pretty good as well. We're going to just do parallel, and then we'll compute. And this will come down and pocket out that material for that face, working its way in from the outside. And then we should get a finish pass as well. So we'll blank this out. Now you can see a finish pass coming in and finishing that side. Okay, so again, we're just going through feature by feature, programming what we want to do. At this stage, what I'm going to do is just run this through a simulation. Coming on 10 minutes here, so I just want to show you what we can see so far. So you get simulation with the software. You can see all your operations and information about it. I'm just going to toggle some settings here. You can see how we were able to profile the part and run around. Let me reset this here. One of the purposes of having the simulation is to be able to see if there's any mistakes. And one of the things that I noticed here is on this facing routine, it looks like the tool is actually plunging on the side of the part here. Probably because I didn't profile around the OD of the part. I just came in here, so I could extend my boundary and fix that, or I could have added a profile routine around it. But you know, as see how this is cut off this section here, so it's coming in and it's showing you that it hit there. So I could adjust that tool path just by, you know, extending these areas here. I'll show you that real quick. So let's get back up to here. We'll do utilities, stretch. We're going to go multiple entities, horizontal, vertical, and we'll grab these here, and then we should be able to I'm just going to pull it out so that it's off the edge of the part, just like that. We'll come back to our pocket geometry, reselect it, and then we can recompute it. Alright, and then we can load our simulation up again. And you can see how we caught that error in the simulation. We've gone back and made an adjustment. Now we can run it through the simulation again. And then we can see that we're no longer having this problem. So again, feature by feature, you go through, you program what you need. Again, a quick demo of getting started on this part here. If there's any questions, just reply back to the thread or the Facebook or the YouTube page. Thank you so much, guys.